Hello, hello guys. It's day 9 of the 30-day at-home glute challenge. So today's prescription is 110 squats along with 110 hip thrusts. So this week's focus, I am going to be doing the different angles and positions with tubing that Bret Contreras teaches on his page. So we're going to pair the in-out method with the tubing, which I'll show in a second, along with sumo squats for your squats today. So we're focusing a lot on the abductors, the outer glutes, focusing on external rotation of the hips when we're at the bottom of a squat or when the butt is pushed back, okay? So with that said, a sumo squat. So toes are slightly turned out just a hair more. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width apart. And as you are squatting down, just like any other normal squat, you want to make sure that the butt stays pushed back and that you're going to the point before you feel a tailbone tuck under or the upper back starts to round. If you reach that rounding point, you've gone too far. So I'm going to be doing sumo squats. You can either stay with the feet planted and do your squats that way. I'm going to do Ajax, where I'm focusing a little bit on adduction. So merely just coming down here to here, alternating from a left to a right hand tap. No, you never have to jump. You can always just step side to side, or you can keep the feet together, but you're focusing on pressing the hips out at the bottom of your squat. And then you're focusing on, as I've always cued, squeezing the butt at the top, but not locking out the knees. The only benefit of the Ajax is just getting your heart rate up for a little bit of cardio. But at the same time, it adds in that element of power, speed, but it gets those arches working as well, and controlling the up and down, which we feed our muscles. You need to have that strength as well. I am using his Bret Contreras' fabric band for the hip thrust. So use what you have, and let's get started. So we're doing 5 sets of 22 to get 110 in. You ready? So here we go. A squats or pick your options. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Press on the out. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. All right, grab your tubing. So an in-out squat. You're going to focus on feet, hips being narrow at the bottom of the hip thrust. And you're going to focus on the hips pushing way out at the top, okay? So last week we focused a lot on just establishing comfort, being on a bench if you're new to a hip thrust. Remember, knees not over ankles at the bottom, but they are at the top. So last week we worked on just the hinging mechanics. So today we're going to keep knees a little bit more narrow, so maybe even a little bit of slack in the band at the bottom. But then as we press up, I want you to take those hips and press them out. Notice my feet do not move. My hips and knees close in. They do not necessarily touch. And then my hips push out at the top. But it is not using your low back, it's using those hips. 22, you ready? Here's 1, 2. Let it close on the in, going down. 3, up 4. Press out 5. Out 6. Remember, you gotta feel both glutes at the top. 8. So take that time to focus on that nice 1-2 second squeeze. 10. Here's 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Close on the down. 16. Thrust the hips up. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. Last one, hold up, 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's 1 set. All right, you know the drill now. You know my flow. Pick your option, whether you wish to hop or not. Ready? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chest up, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. I don't know, I have a funny way of counting. Trainers, teachers can only count in increments of 10. It takes too much energy, breath to count higher than 10. That's why I count in 10s. 22, you ready? Press up on the out. 1, 2, 3, 4, focus on that close. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chin stays tucked. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Round 2. You ready? Ajax. Now, because we're not really using much heavy resistance and the reps are high, that's why there's really not much rest in between. You ready? Here we go. 22. Open, close. 1, 2. Heels come together. Focus on the close. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, and 2. So with that Ajax, you should be feeling inner thighs closing on the up. You should feel the outer glutes as you're squatting down. Feeling those outer glutes on the down of that squat should be the same feeling you get at the top of this hip thrust. Same muscle group. Right? 22. Close the knees. Press up and out at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this also means feet might be a little bit closer together as well. 7, 8. Remember, muscles love palpation. So if you're not feeling one particular glute as well as the other, then you poke it, you prod it. Here's 15. You stimulate it until you get that mind muscle connection. 17, 18. Press up at the top. 19, 20. 2 more. 1 and 2. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So I say that repeatedly about poke it, prod it, because I need you to feel it in the butt, not the low back, especially if you have a tighter hip. That's when sometimes we start using the low back. All right, round 4, ready? Here we go. 22, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, and 2. So I'm staying pretty light on my feet with the Ajax. I'm not really jumping high because I'm also trying to be smart and conserve my energy. But if you want to go super high plyo, go right ahead. You just might need a little bit more recovery before moving on. Close the feet and hips at the top. Here we go. Up 1, 2, 3. Remember, the entire time, eyes look forward. You don't look up. 5, 6, 7. Slow on the close. 8, 9. You still want to feel glutes both directions, on the up and still on the down. Here's 13, 14. Remember, on the way down, you want to have that crease, that hinge in the hips. So use your fingertips. There's 17 to create that hinge as if you had a bar on your pelvis. There's 20, last 2, press up and out. Last 1, freeze, hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. All right, last set, let's do this. Ajax. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 2, and 1. So as I close my feet together, and I'm kind of coming up onto my forefoot to close my heels together on that Ajax. When I come onto my forefoot, I feel my inner thighs. I also feel my glutes. So just something for you to keep diving in to neurological, neuromuscular contractions. You gotta always be able to feel it through all your movement. You ready? 22, last 22, let's go. Up, 1, 2, big press out of the top, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. If you ever feel like you're sliding, you fix yourself. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. There's 1 and 2. Hold, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And there you go. You just did 110 squats and in out hip thrusts for today. Good job.